constantly getting tripped up. This week was crazy, Chris. We were going to have Russ Miller with Creation Science Ministries with us, and I was so looking forward to it because he's one of the funnest interviews for me personally, probably because we know him so well. You know, when you're really like-minded with someone,
and
it's
you've
just
traveled
really
and done stuff,
easy to talk to him and talk about God's word.
It changes stuff.
And one of the most compelling things, because he talks about creation, you know, and the biblical account of it, how that's in conflict with evolution. And it's been a big thing in the church. And I think it's really led people to a false gospel, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Age of the Earth issues is something that we want to talk about.
It's a real
because
problem.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
And, you know, just go to Revelation. By the way, you're not even telling the whole story. The spiritual warfare we faced yesterday. This is Friday. Yeah. This is Friday, almost noon on Memorial Day weekend. Okay. That's when we're recording right now. We tried yesterday. Emilee's in the studio. You had an issue. You had to leave. You had a health issue. You had to leave. And so I'm, you know, not stuck.
And I was sad.
You were really
sad.
bummed. You're texting me. Hey, man, you guys actually going to do the interview? That's my text
to you.
What are you going to do? Are you going to do the interview? So we get Russ Miller. He lives in a crater, a literal crater out in nowhere, Arizona, northern by Grand Canyon.
Off-grid, man.
Off-grid. A satellite phone is how we used to talk. They now have a Wi-Fi stick, but it was windy, so that blew the Wi-Fi in and out. So we tried to start. I tried to do the recording with Russ. I must have said at least 6 times, "Hey, Emilee's out today, but I got a special guest, Russ Miller." And it just, every time he came to one point, he would freeze up. And so we just felt like it was like just this weird spiritual attack. Right. And that one point is Russ puts a bullet right through millions and billions of years. And we can just trust the Creator. And that the book of Laodicea, the book of Revelation, and when they talk about the church of Laodicea, do you realize that Jesus identifies himself as creator for that last days church?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We forgot about that. Yeah, the bottom line, because I don't want to do the show because we are going to have him back. We've got it rescheduled. The bottom line is what he has to say really just gives veracity. It gives teeth to the veracity of God's word, that it's real, that it's true, that it can be trusted through and through. And yet, as we tried to record, every time he got to that point. And what'd you try, like 12 times?
I think I said 9 to 12. Mike Shaw would have the actual recorded files that were started and stopped. Okay. He can tell you.
All right.
Well, we didn't even stop recording a couple times. We just waited for it, and we time coded where we were so we could edit after. But it was a real
you could tell. Yeah, you could tell it was an attack just because, I'm sick, the internet is falling out. Like we just literally could not do it. Now, the mistake is oftentimes, oh, God failed to us, or God lost on that one, or we didn't do everything. No, God knows exactly what's going on. So we are rescheduled. We are going to do it. We will not give up because it's truth. And Satan hates the truth, and he's going to do everything he can to disrupt it.
This has been a sample of No Apology with Emilee and Chris. For full episodes and other content, go to our website, freshroadmedia.com. And thank you for sharing and subscribing.